Hi everyone, this video will be covered for Rust web service and Discord. This is an upgrade for my previous video, which was covered about, I don't remember, Jira. Yes, we tried to read data from Jira, and basically that was it. We couldn't play around with Discord, but this time we get an update about Discord and what's going on. But oh, I I don't know if I can show my Discord. Yes, basically I can. Basically, I have to implement more commands for bot, but they are not like public. So, and I didn't finish of them here. So this code is good for public sharing because it demonstrates how to get started with Discord and Jira as a web service at this point. You can see two applications here on the left side. It's Discord bot, and then you have reading Jira service. Um, as you can see, they are separated, right? It's because we follow the simple principle of single responsibility. Our Discord does one thing, the Jira does the other thing. So let's take a look at first of all axum, because I don't wanna skip it, yet I want to showcase. You can always find all my examples uh, here on GitHub, uh, my labs. If you go here, you can have here. I didn't upload my latest lab, which concerns the Discord, but I will do, so don't worry about it. So basically each of them might have env file, and I will later cover them and save my configuration so you could easily reproduce, because you can face numerous errors on your part if you don't know how to do it. So basically here are the labs. Wait, what? Basically, as you can see, I already did. You can see it, but it's not Discord. Interesting, because I did Discord and it's right here. I guess. Let me check quickly. No, it's not. It's probably not updated yet here. Yes, it's here. It's here. Basically, it's here. It's here, basically. What is going on? First of all, you have to keep this create in mind and then import this stuff. As you can see from the builder, uh, there were some small problems about public API of this crate, because some of the methods are private, so we have to be careful and import these ones. This one is little helper, which basically finds and get option from our val. It's basically helpful for this one to extract easily, so we don't write this function all the time. You can see how we use it here. So we pass on options and then specify which option at iterate, applies filter, and then returns it. Basically simple. Yes, this function is very simple view. Now programming a little bit. Basically, here's a little bit ternary Ternary operator. It's simple, you just get conditionally. If value present, then okay, good, else none. Okay, then you basically here juice starts. Here's the juice basically. We have all the commands here, but we also need to work on this function, which, as you can see, called when bot is ready. And then we have ping, notify, uh, greet, and roll. These commands are currently not present in my application because I removed them, because I had to start on other commands on other. And as you can see, this code is quite big because it's how we use it. So first we define them here, we'll absolutely use this one, and we use this function, interaction create. It's exactly way we specify how they work, and then we simply uh, this specified like how we call them already. So it's adds them, adds options, and etc. But the the entire juice is here basically. So you can see we distract. It's distract because we apply some user, some message, and then we try to DM them using channel. Yes, use this one. But it's how it works independently, right? So it was how it works independently. It means that it works as a standalone application, standalone. That that is here. It's not a server. So what does it mean? If we we go to the server, it means that you basically use gateway in Discord, but here you use HTTP. But to talk to Discord, you have to use specifics like still gateway. And to do so, you basically have to add Serenity here too. As you can see, we use request too. So basically all the juice is here. Yes, and also sync arc. This one is important. So basically, we do this. And then we use upstate here. It's it's typical for axum application. We can have this information here. And we use this one, this guy. This guy is coming from this type. So it's arc our HTTP, and this guy comes here, basically here. We just create HTTP and pass Discord token. I know I upped quite long to just say that it's HTTP that uses Discord token, which Discord itself uses for to make me talk to Discord basically, to make me authorized basically. It's basically axum, but I still want to comment about these ones, and to do so, oh, I have lots of them, like, so I have material, I just myself don't remember because there's a lot of code at this point, so we got to check everything we got. Basically, if we do extract JSON, that is our payload something, then we like here post function that greets us, then we use extract JSON. But the question will arise, what if you get many of these guys, like filter, extract JSON, upstate, and even if you look at this one, oh, our function signatures. Yes, let's check them. State JSON, it is okay. State JSON, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. Nothing here new, actually. So basically, what does it mean? There's this hidden order what of these guys must be placed, and the first one is always upstate. Yes, but we have to check everything. Surely, this lab doesn't really talk about this. It doesn't yap, so we'll have to look more. I know it's kinda tragic because we'll have to take some time to look at them, find them. It's just basic application that does simulates authorization flow. We can talk about it later. It's simple actually, if you think about it. Oh, okay. Then we got API hour. Maybe it's hidden here. Let's check. Yes, basically you can hear example about cats. It's it's still not done by me. I will take time and finish it later because I didn't do it because like I got an idea and it's like was solved. And from mathematician point of view, I like got it. It's not interesting normal. It is interesting normal basically to me. But I will still finish it because I understand. I will explain here too. Well, quickly, it doesn't take time. So basically, as you can see, state is the first one. Then we see query, but there is no JSON here, so you basically can't see it. And here you don't see filter. You see that this guy goes first. But I had an example where we had three of these functions. So it's kinda tricky for me to find. Interesting. If I did I like commented actually? Did I comment it? No? Both of both of me not commented. Let's check here. It's bad because I wanna just showcase it. Okay, what is this? Huh, same function as before. Nothing really new. Yes, it doesn't really show. Basically, there's a specific order, and if you want to know specific, you have to consult with documentation. But I will make an example later. Basically, if I understand correctly, um, JSON maybe go third, query goes second. But if it doesn't work, you just swap them if you see error. So basically, you have to read errors if you not understanding them. So errors are very important because they tell you exactly what went wrong. And if you are careful and attentive, then you can find that your application crashed because you did use wrong order in that function signature. You have to specify them in two places. You have to do it when you server, basically here. You see that we specified these guys correctly as they go, but the order is very specific. So it's not like random things. You cannot put query in front of this. It doesn't work. So these endpoints I will remove, but they work exactly as we can. They work exactly as for testing, basically. Yes, and I have a lot. So don't worry. Let's just run this bad boy, basically, using our. Oh, yes, it's important. As you can see, arrow tells us that we miss this one. And if you go to the carefully, don't expose your envy. Here you can see R, basically first one. all the stuff, and then you can see how we described our scripts, so standalone. So basically, our API. Basically, we want to answer simply because I saved my read Jira and write to Discord because they were like a part of the previous example and I didn't add them to labs yet. Or did I? Yes, I probably did. As you can see, server started, everything is good, but you may not see that we have two of them. So basically, the first one is the axum which we use, and the second one is hidden in app state. Not really, may not really a server because we didn't start it, we didn't listen it, but we simply initialize it to get it a token, and then using that token we can talk to this guy. Okay, is that clear for you? I think yes, because you know that we did not initialize. Basically, you see our page. Yes, hello from Axum. You can see that it comes from our home page. Oof. This one. Don't worry, don't worry. It comes from here, basically. It's simple. Like, it's simple. You can decorate it with static files as such index.html. Or we just work on server part, so we don't probably need it, but if we want to, we can establish entire frontend, and we even have Rust frontend frameworks if you want to know. Sorry, I didn't prepare for this one, but I know. Yes, basically, maybe it's flossy for you to know. But we can use always Next.js or React for it, so we don't really have to brain rot with this one. So it's just serve. As you can see, we can have hello. But this one, as you can see, yes, it get. It just get. Because we are guests. But if we use grid, we have to do it otherwise, basically. Have to use Postman for this application. Yes, you already see that we use them, but you can see that we used our not sent. Don't worry. As you can see, we got a response. But also you can see weird thing here, if I'm not mistaken, because I did lots of them. No, basically everything is correct and as intended. So basically we cannot simply say hello, name Alice, and it won't work because it doesn't define it, because it would be filter. As you can see, tasks, maybe it will be wrong right now, but no, it did API. So basically, as you can see, it's all task, and then you can inject filter, done show, for example, and nothing is done really. Yes, because I didn't move them, and as you can see, these guys, it works like for basic functionality, because it works. Here we use its filter, like you see, it was filter here, but to use post we use this one, and for post it was what, where? Yes, this one. As you can see, find the task. Huh. Yes, something is wrong with this one because, huh? Yes, because it stored some API that was from previously, so I cannot get the what I did basically. Let's check the function quickly. what we're trying to call get task. Okay, it's more specific. It wants a task. It basically wants to send JSON, and JSON wants us to format issue. Yes, issue key. Oof. Hmm. Looks like I didn't test this one properly, but I tried all the other functions well. So we use issue by ID. Yes, I understand. So we skip it for now because I don't wanna waste it. Probably I didn't use task. Maybe maybe I somehow did it. Basically already see examples that we do. Yes, you can see that you need to channel ID. So if you want to use that one, about this one we skip for now. It's actually very simple function. All we have to do is use that language query for Jira and then specify it in this one in, in the URL basically. It's like simple as that. It's very simple. So we'll have to like search some task. I just forgot it because I didn't really study fully Jira language. I mean, I studied and understand it, but I didn't really use it professionally yet at this point. But we have to demonstrate conceptual understanding. So, like this function is functional because we only have to provide this one, but we can now focus on other one. It was warn deadline and send notifications. As you can see, it works because we use token to talk to this guy, and then we specify this one and this one in simply talk. In simply talk, it works as simple as it is. So basically, it's how basically axum works in the context of this application. So you have to keep in mind that you design your roles, post, get, these are methods, and you also design exact functionality. Ah, this code is like not reusable here. It's because I focus on shipping the functionality first. But I already know that here, yes, you can exactly demonstrate it here. Absolutely. Look at this file. This file is necessary for the situation when you deploy your program to cargo crate. So from here you can import. Basically, look at this. We have some sort of functions. Yes, they're really big. They are working because I tested. But then look at this. That's enough for you to understand what this file does. But there was a problem that it's not reusable. Turns out that you can define your core functionality in one place and then import it using modules. But there was a problem. Like I highlighted them here. You can see that I commented out these ones and simply left the code as it is. It was because I faced issues. I faced issues that I cannot use this one because it simply cannot import this stuff correctly. So to do it properly, turns out you have to simply create your path, whatever it is, here source, create your folder, call it what you want, and then create your files, and only import one thing in one. file. Don't import, for example, this one in all files. You import it in one file, you expose it, this usage from that one. So if this one is what I understand, then it basically removes all of these imports here except this one. So you will have only you create basically this one, like use read Jira service, and then you import your stuff from here. Some goes from lib rc, but if I didn't study it yet properly, but if we really define all from in librc, I mean in librc we can import from our create2 from mods, like we can use tools mod your file and etc. And then you simply import it from lib, like it's called reimport. It's actual thing called reimport. Here you just define a few structs because it's object orientation. You can define some traits for additional functionality, but I will maybe explain it later. It's actually simple thing. Harder thing is this async trait. This one is really hard thing, which is you can see in Discord bot. It's harder than normal trait, but it uses certain traits like copy, send, and basically something else. So it's for you easy. So you like there's no some mismatches and it works basically. And that's it. Basically, yes, this one is very good. Why? Because it demonstrates that you can use trait to basically or implement your current stack to add a few functionality. Yes, we do simple more here. Basically using this one. It's like in Python, you just done the methods. Basically all the stuff, blah blah. This is our struct, yes. This is hash map. Because hash map is great, we can use Redis sometimes, yes, instead of hash map. But in this one, it stores the event. Basically, it knows. It's simple thing. You yes, some icons basically. Yes, register, pull, and then you basically can create new commands here. Yes, like I said, ready is just defines the signatures, and then and here you just add more list events. By the way, can this bad boy list events use? Yes, it has. Let's see if there's an error because we didn't. This application didn't respond. Is it because our guy is sleepy? Yes, it is because our guy is sleepy. As you can see, I'll explain, but don't worry. Yes, we always want to cargo run because if we don't know if user used something else like our script, then it will error. So we'll have to always first try the basic one, which is cargo run, the most basic thing ever. Yes, our bot is running ready, so we can try this thing. Let's see. Yes, because bot, as you can see, even don't have this one because it's one time. But we can try basically once again. It's nothing really difficult. We have to simply type it once again because it was runtime. Runtime means that it's as long as bot is running. So we didn't use any database, but I know how to work with database because I did. It's actually simpler than you think. In 2025 probably. It's it's really simple if you think about it. There are many crates in Rust that simplify to the point you just start developing your functionality, what you actually do. And if you care about reusability, then you'll do as I said before, that you create your model and then import all things for database in one place. This would this would be your entire model de- dedicated to um, database. This way you can control all your imports in one place. It's actually great if you think about it. Yes. Uh, we're actually doing really great here. We type it quite fast. It's basically simple, but we still need to. You see, this one is done, and then it opens the register. We use ID of the event we just described, and then we say place, and then we send them, and they say that we are registered. And now we can try this command if I understand correctly. Yes. Yes. Basically, we can see two new people, and it's it. It as it is. Yes, we can use its ID. Basically, we can add here more. We can use, you can see list events needs people. It's not simple, and we can even add how many listed people here. And it's simple is full. In this case, it shows this red because it's not fully, like I'm only the one. And if I shut this bot off, then it would be erased because it's runtime, as you can see, because it's here. It's hash map. In other words, Discord itself doesn't care about this one. It's bot memory. It's what bot really knows. And now, as you can see, and so all the code. Yes, sadly I didn't save it, or did I? Actually, I did. I showed you already. So basically, now we go to this bad boy. We can we can turn off servers freely, or bot go sleep. This thing is not interesting anymore. I exposed my channel. It's fine. It's public. But I won't expose this one because you will see my. Basically, if you want to write direct message to person, right? Um, then you will have to use our service, which uses token Discord, right? And then uh, here you simply use user user ID. Yes, it's simple, exactly the same, but instead we use user ID. And how do you get user ID for your? You get it like here. Opa, you can use this one, but I hide it because Discord tells you that do not expose your ID. So For security purposes, stay safe. Do not expose anything. So basically here I won't expose anything too. I will only share the public information like this. Basically we do not work with this one. If you add bot, you simply work with this one. You hit everything, you turn off this one. This is a calculator for bot permissions. And hard thing is actually that you have to create scope, some certain, but I will think how to explain it to you because I used link. You can get the link basically easily how to activate your bot and add it to the server. You just need to specify, you call Discord API, specify your uh, permissions here and scope, what it does and such, and it will be added. Here you can check documentation for this crate, but I'll recommend going here, here, basically. Recommend going here, because I will exactly go for it myself, because the library is so huge we have to study it while working on it. So basically ODC. As for database, basically, I don't know if I need to explain anything. Basically, it's typical GVT. Server works with token and database, caches it, cache, and basically tracks the time, because turns out that time is a valuable variable in the certificate. Your machine daytime must be compliant with the server time. That's, I mean, in certain interval of time. Like if we turn on some machine that has different time than this one, November 20, it has something like June. In June, then you won't be able to access YouTube. Cool, yeah? Imagine it yourself. You won't be able to access YouTube simply because your machine time is mismatched. Like it's mismatched. So it's certificate topic, but as for this like database, all this crap I will talk about later because I had many errors here. This code works because it's like tuned for working, but it's fine for me. Uh, Only thing that I would recommend for you is to define user crate in one web place, define trait for it, and your entire functionality, login, sign up, and such in one place exactly. So you won't import this time all the time. But the problem for me is that we still have to import it in main because we define it upstate here. Because if we do not get this pool, clone, yes, we clone it, with this cool thing. Yes, I don't see my server. That's problem. Yes, just upstate. But upstate is created where exactly? You can skip it, but it's not important. Basically, with I create that upstate, beautiful upstate. I don't, because I did, but yes, here, yes, clone, yes. Like I said, it's clone. So basically, you see this thing worked well. You can see old commands here. Basically, they were implemented. Yes, uh, make yourself familiar that Discord needs time to process the commands. Unfortunately, this was old one, this was one new slash. Yeah, this was like old one. It worked. We have to choose if we invoke this command, we had to choose user whom we do. And this one was rustybot, basically. It's typical, and it was Captain Hook, basically. And how we did it. Cool, right? You would say cool. I would say cool because it's work, right? So highly recommend checking this one. And that's basically it from my side because I covered it. Like, what did you know during this video? First, you learned that you can use HTTP and token to talk to Discord, and as long as token is present, correct, Discord knows it, you can talk to Discord on your server. You don't have to run your Discord. This one, for this one, be able to use that HTTP. But if you use Discord commands, this one must be running. Example C uses this one. Something. Yes, it was my experiment. Something. Because I had time. Had to time. Mostly I reuse my old code. If you read my API for that I will fix, my logic will be simple. I come from cats to user, but it's working. Like that thing you saw is working because I tested. Alice was added to Postgres database and was successfully login and sign up and log out. So your stuff is working. But the next one was Fusion or GVT, like how it works. Basically, it works quite easily if you think about it. Google clearly demonstrated. Basically, Google wants you to be active during certain times, and if you're basically active, you log all the time, your token is like handled. So basically, as long as it's same device. If you log in a new device, sure, be like be welcome to type your credentials and then perform your like how it's called, what it's called. Basically, it's called F2P. Like it's two-step authorization, basically, in simple terms. It will use your phone. So if you, it's not a familiar account, but still, yes, daytime is insanely important because it's tracked. As long as date time on your machine is compliant with the server one and you log quite often, your token is handled. There are of course more things to it, but it basically it. For client side you use cookie and cookie knows your token. Your tokens you can basically what stuff is going on you can use here in net in storage, yes, some storage basically something storage, yes, you can yes see cookie and you can basically check it yourself, but don't expose it, okay, please do not expose anything. So it's how it works basically, guys. There's it's very simple. Like I said, for axum you have to maintain the order concrete. App state is not mandatory as long as you define it. Uh, this one might be the first one and filter is the second one. But if not, just swap order. Sorry for me because I don't remember it. I tested it when I worked with Accent the first time and I know the specific. That's why I'm telling you. If you need to database some example, you can find it. Yes. Yes, I have it locally so I can basically with my Argus Labs, Rust Labs, and we can have that GVT. It was it's not yet. It's not added yet. Yes, we do use like databases in some examples. If you see. Like here, for example, we use it. I don't know, test it, but it will still work on it. This is exactly what I was talking about. You define your functionality in one place, but unfortunately we still have to import it here, and I'm not. Rust is the tricky one because it wants to import like Stadia. Like this one contradicts my saying simply because I didn't adopt it. It's not working example. I have to fix it. Or it's working because I don't remember. Yeah. And for Discord bot, once again, axum is basically simple. Like I said, this one and your stuff. Yes, tokens, tokens, tokens. Hide your tokens. And then it's very difficult code this one. But it's not difficult because key parts is that you have to basically have this one big event handler for handler. In your handler you can see with our store. It's kinda like Redux, but it's simple because it's arc yes, you can see it. It's Rust, basically. Cool. Rust simplifies it, but to some extent you can compare it Redux. Redux. What is Redux? What is this? This one, basically. Let's quickly, and you can see what this one. It's quite. It's basically a front end part, but this is server side. So use this one, this helper, to extract information, and then you define your event here, or user, or whatever you want, location enum. Then you implement it. Simple. Also notice that Rust cares about rates. So there was simple task. I don't know if I can showcase it to you. No, probably. Unfortunately, no, because I'm lazy. Because I'm lazy. Basically, there is a function like parse, but I don't remember how it works at this point because we use no. Have to use number. Maybe it won't work because but there is a way parse number. We can ask ChatGPT or something for something. Oh, maybe we used from actually. No? Yes, it parsed. As you can see, it works the first one. But basically, it is recommended way that I just did. But there is a from the trait. Yes, if you actually look at this one. Oh, I don't have one. Basically, it was Rust docs. We go here, we'll go here, and then what? When maybe we'll find it. No, Sleepy book, something. Okay. Yes, I need this one. That's basically we use string or something, but it's far quick for me to simply string for you far more quickly and better. Look this way. Basically, on the left part you see methods, but if you go here, you see weird methods, but then you see trait, and this is like have to be a moment for you, because this one you see this one and you basically enjoy it. So sometimes it's just straight for you, so you have to be careful of them, but most of the time they are like this one. So we have clone one, debug, partial this one for our enum. See? So we don't implement it all the time, but it's how it works. So I showcased how it was. Basically, that's it. Thank you for watching. Basically, if you have questions, just let me tell me. But this week I will work on finishing all the commands, and then I will document it and release a new video about more commands. So I will basically make another route to be like extra safe. Okay, because and yes, in that case I will be able to fully explain for you how it works without hiding any stuff. Thanks for watching.